Hey guys, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about my unemployment period because it's something that still hits home for me today, and I think it's something that a lot of you guys could benefit from. So I was fired on mid-August of 2024. At that time I had been working altogether for about 9 months from all the different companies I've been at. While I was employed, it was like living in a nightmare. Every day I went to work dreading being there. I was just sitting at the desk, working the typical lame old 9 to 5 job, not even caring about what I was inputting into the computer. When I was at work, all I wanted to do was think about what I was gonna do after work, like go to some restaurant for some delicious dessert, or maybe just go play games like Coup or Hearts or Yahtzee or such. So when I was given the axe, it was the best fucking day of my life, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like the angels had finally spoken to me and the gates have finally opened. In the beginning, I felt like I was given total freedom. I would just play games all day long, or should I say night. My sleep schedule was completely erratic. There were times like I would sleep at even 9 a.m. and wake up at 5 p.m. What was there not to like? Do what you want when you want to? That's like every child's dream. But eventually, things started quickly going south. As those of you know, without schedule, there's no structure. And without structure, there's no discipline. The only reason I even went to bed was because my body physically couldn't take it anymore. That's not me having discipline, that's my body shutting down. And without an alarm clock, the maximum you could sleep is 12 hours. And it's not because you want to, it's because your biological clock says, okay, that's enough, get up. And what was waiting for me when I got up? Just another aimless day. 3:17 p.m. for all I care. My melatonin turned to shit. It was desperate for sleep, but I got at working graveyard shifts like an unpaid intern. A healthy diet? Non-existent. It's not like I'm eating chicken and veggies. I was eating whatever convenient fast food item I could get my hands on, like burgers, fries, whatever was putting salt and oil on their windows at 2 a.m. Now imagine if I had that same sleep cycle in the middle of December. That would have meant living in perpetual darkness. And with a lifestyle like mine, my social life became a distant memory. I was ashamed to tell people what was going on with my life. And it's not like I could talk to my friends because unlike me, they actually had jobs to get to. And when we did meet up, conversations got awkward. Because really, what could I talk about? What could I possibly talk about? The time I microwaved pizza at 2 a.m.? Yeah, 10 out of 10 relatable, huh? Now, you might think, that's fine, I'll just live by my own schedule. But the thing is, society doesn't revolve around your schedule. Meetings, appointments, social gatherings, those things all happen during the daytime because that's the way life is meant to operate. Around mid-October, I decided that enough was enough and that I'm gonna finally get my shit together and be the best employee possible. So I spent 3 weeks job hunting before finally landing my current job. Not because my parents forced or told me to, but I felt the internal fire desire to do so. And that's where I am today. I've been working at this same company for the past 6 months, and I've been doing a very good job grabbing all the fundamentals. Now, why am I telling you this? Because there are 2 key takeaways I want you to take from this. Number 1, the trap of temptation. The thing is, when you always do what you want, you're not actually doing what you want. You're actually enslaved by your own desires. It slowly becomes like a prison, like the way I felt during my unemployment period. And number 2, the importance of emotional hunger. As a parent, you've probably heard of the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. As I said in this video, my parents always forced me to get a job, and I hated it at first. I went into work just dreading being there. But it wasn't until I actually got fired when I realized how important it is really to have a job. I had about $500 left when I finally got the new job. $500. If you don't believe me about the importance of hunger, let me give you a simple analogy. Let's say you were stranded in the middle of nowhere in the Sahara Desert. You're crawling, you can barely move because you're severely dehydrated. But then you suddenly come across a fresh glass of water. I don't think you would need convincing that you need to drink that water immediately. Because of that hunger, I now have the full motivation every day to go to work and do my absolute best because I know damn well I do not like the alternative. So yeah, that's I just wanted to share about my unemployment period. I love to stay, but for now, I gotta jump. I'll see you guys on the other side of the bridge. Catch you next time.